Kevin Costner has just admitted in early June 2024 that Horizon, an American saga, is going to be a financial flop. Now, before you make any comments, don't write or say anything until you've heard this all the way to the end. Because yes, a couple of weeks out from Horizon, an American saga, Chapter 1 being released, Kevin Costner has come out and said he is expecting it to be very financially unsuccessful, in that what Hollywood records and worries about is how did it do on the first weekend. That's what really matters. And so Kevin Costner is predicting that his $100 million epic Horizon is going to make $14 million on its opening weekend, which he says is a disaster as far as Hollywood is concerned. So to give you some perspective on that, when I've recorded another video and I said about how the critics have said Horizon's going to be a flop, somebody wrote on my channel, rubbish, it got a 9-minute standing ovation. So recently there was a movie that everyone was predicting was going to be an absolute ripper, massive money maker, cost $170 million to make, and that was Mad Max Furiosa. When that opened, they were expecting a minimum of $40 million on the opening weekend. It made $26 million on the opening weekend, and it only just beat Garfield. In fact, in the second weekend, it was beaten by Garfield. And so 170 million, 26, and was seen to be a disaster. That was Mad Max Furiosa. Mad Max. So, Kevin Costner comes out and says it's going to make 14 million. Why does he sort of say that with a smile on his face? Well, what we've got to look at is Mad Max Furiosa cost 170 million for one movie. Kevin Costner has made 4 movies, fourth one yet to come out, yet to be made actually. Mad Max Furiosa cost 170 million, 26 million on the opening weekend. So they say since Memorial Weekend it has managed to just crack 100 million now. Not sure how much time's left on it. So Kevin Costner is saying not going to be a good opening, 14 million, and one of the reasons is it's competing against another movie that's going to be released at the same time in June as Horizon, and that is A Quiet Place 3. Now, if you've seen A Quiet Place 1 and A Quiet Place 2, what is great about those movies, they're not quite zombie movies, they're sci-fi, but they're still on that vein of survivalists, people competing, not so much against zombies, but if you make the slightest sound, you get eaten. And so they've been quite successful movies. So poor old Kevin Costner has got Horizon, the American saga, Chapter 1, coming out, competing with A Quiet Place 3, which has completely changed the format and is taking the aliens to landing day 1 in New York City, where you mustn't even whisper or you get eaten. So that's what's happening. Poor old Kevin's movie, Cowboy, Horizon, is going to come out and be released against A Quiet Place 3. Now hang on, you say, don't worry, in August he has got the second chapter coming out. Yes, that's true. What's the second chapter coming out against? Oh my God, he's coming out against Alien Romulus. Alien, who doesn't love an Alien movie? Even the one 3, I think it was, with Sigourney Weaver in prison, canned by the critics, everyone hated it. Even that wasn't a bad Alien movie, but the others, whoa, who doesn't love an Alien movie? So Chapter 2 is coming out against an Alien franchise. How well is it going to go? So what do I know? So at the beginning, I said make sure to watch this to the end, because firstly, yes, Horizon's cost 100 million, but it's cost 100 million for 4 movies, not 1 movie. Okay, the bad side of that is Kevin Costner's put in 58 million of his own money. 58 million of 100 million. Does that ring a bell? Yes, it's more than half. What does that mean? Kevin Costner actually owns Horizon, an American Saga. And Kevin Costner is not looking short term. Kevin Costner says Horizon Chapter 1 is going to make 14 million in its first week, and he doesn't care because he's looking long term. He is a big advocate for DVDs. He is against streaming. He doesn't like the idea of movies being streamed. I can't get streaming where I live. I can't get the internet. The shows that I want to watch that I can't because they're not available on DVD. I can't get free-to-air streaming. I don't even know what it's called. I can't get it. Why should I worry about it? And so stuff I can't ever get to see. Would love to see Tom Hanks in Greyhound. Can't. I can't see it because I can't stream. Plenty more. The English, the list goes on. Kevin Costner, big fan of DVDs, and 58 million of the 100 million is his. 4 movies for 100 million, not like 1 movie for 170 with the Mad Max movie. And Kevin Costner says he has kept the rights and ownership of the Horizon movies because long term they're for his children and his grandchildren, because they will continue to get money, to generate money through sales and DVDs and being rewatched and being rewon. So if you have watched this far, don't get me wrong with some of my other videos. I love westerns. I'll go and see Horizon. I want to see them all. But it's a sad world these days with movies, theatres, COVID. Hang on, let me break into a song. Shall we break into a song? Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. Do you remember that? Are you old enough to remember when VHS and Betamax came out? Betamax. Oh, I love Betamax. Oh dear. Anyway, if you're old enough to remember that, then there was a song that came out on the radio, and it was Video Killed the Radio Star, blaming MTV too. But anyway, Kevin Costner, anti-streaming, all for DVDs. He wants people to own the movies. I better not tell you how many cowboy DVDs I've got that I've watched several times. If it was possible to wear out a DVD, The Outlaw Josie Wales, The Wild Bunch, there's a few of mine that would be seriously worn out. Currently I'm watching, would you believe, Bronco Billy yet again. I love Bronco Billy. Anyway, that's because of Buster. Anyway, enough said. I think I've covered everything. Far too long. Far too long. We're going for a ride. Right now, we're going for a ride. Does he look keen? Cheers.